Hey guys, it's Jackie with Cruising the World with Jackie, where we talk about all kinds of travel that me and my husband do, whether it's on the boat, on the RV, in the RV, or on a cruise ship. So today I'm going to continue my Carnival magic. I'm just about to post where we stayed beforehand, the Bay Inn. You can find that. You can find my 411 that tells you everything you want to know about going out of Norfolk, and I know a lot of you guys probably have not done that. So if you're planning on, I would watch it. I have some alternatives, problems that we have, but alternatives. Long story short, we will go out of Norfolk again. We would do the magic in a heartbeat. This was a last minute trip, and we had a great time. But the video it's all about us getting on the ship. So our embarkation day, which was not a good experience. If you watch the 411, you'll know. 24th cruise, it's the worst embarkation day I ever had. Now, there's a close second that I stood out in Miami heat for about 2 hours. That was several years ago. And I say it's 2 hours, but it's been a long time ago, and there was no YouTube or anything. You know, it maybe just felt like 2 hours, but it was really, really hot, and we were standing outside. But this is by far the worst. Will I do Norfolk again? Hell yes, we will do Norfolk. It's the closest one to our house, about 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we will do it again. We will just plan better. So enjoy the impartation videos that are to come. Just know that plan well, have some patience. And also what I really have come to think about is if you're driving, you would have to drive to the airport, then the airplane. So it's about the same time. It's just a little bit more aggravating. And to be quite honest, if it had been really hot, it was hot. Don't get me wrong. It was 80. I think it was in the high 70s, 80 that day. But if it had been in the 80s, mid 80s or 90s, this would have probably been serious. I mean, it would have been a problem. So anyway, watch, some of it's comical. Norfolk needs to get their act together. I said that on the 411. There are simple things they can do. First, follow the steps that Carnival's put in. If I have a 2:30 time frame, don't let me in the port building at 12 o'clock. Or at least have somewhere for us to, don't let us get in that huge line. Don't say, oh, it's all open now, because that makes congestion. And the port's not that big of a building to have congestion. So that would be one thing. Same on the way home, which this doesn't go into, but on the same way home, don't call 10 luggage tags at one time. And if you could get parking nearby, better yet, but I don't think that's going to happen. This is downtown Norfolk, and I didn't see anywhere except the park next door, and I'm sure Norfolk's not going to give up a park for cruise parking. But if you would have a better way of unloading the shuttles, that would be better too. You'll see that the shuttle ride was probably 5 minutes, but then we sat in the shuttle at the port. So there needs to be a better way of unloading and loading. Maybe, there's a separate area, not maybe letting cars that are dropping people off in the same area, so there's not so much congestion. I don't know. Watch the video. Like I said, I will do Norfolk again. I will just plan better. Watch my 411 video, and you'll see what I mean. And I'll give you alternatives too. Thanks. Have a great day. Subscribe and like, please. Thanks. What day is it?
It's cruise day.
We're heading to the port now. We'll give you an update on how everything goes. We've gotten to the cruise parking lot. We actually went around the block completely because we missed the entrance apparently. And this is the first cruise port we've been to that the parking wasn't right at the port. This is about a mile away. It says 14 blocks, I think. So we're ready to check in, and then we get on those shuttle buses over there, I guess, and they take us to the port. So I'll let you know how this goes. There were some complaints about this a few weeks ago, but it was when the Magic had problems with a gangway and people were stuck. So what happened was is people weren't off the cruise ship yet, and then people were trying to get in here, and it was just, you know what, it was a problem. So it should be good today as long as everything went good with the Magic. So I'll let you know how this goes. We're waiting in line. Some poor people just finishing their cruise and going home. That'll be us. It's a sad day when that happens, when they kick you off. Okay, so this isn't the smoothest parking we've ever been to. First of all, they separate us. That left line has moved 3 times as fast as we have been. We've been in line 15 minutes. It looks like once you get up there, they take your bags right away. So I guess once we get up there, it'll be pretty smooth. Then we'll just park the car and grab on one of these shuttles. But it has been a good 15 minutes, and we're still about 4 or 5 cars back. And like I said, some lines are moving twice as fast as ours, and we didn't have any determination in that. She just pointed us to the right. But that left is moving much faster. So, just a heads up. It's 11 o'clock. We don't get on board, and our ticket says 2, I think. So, like I told you guys before, we're going to try to get in a little earlier, but, you know, we're not getting in on 11. I know that. So, we're almost up here. I'm assuming we pay this guy, and then they load our luggage. Assuming how that goes. Okay, so I just jumped in because I realized I didn't film or explain this well enough. So you pull up, you get to the top of the line, you pop your hood. We got out, we helped the gentleman with which luggage we want him to take. That was really smooth, that part of it. We paid him, you know, tipped the porter, and we never saw our luggage again until it was in our room. So that was excellent, or outside our room. So that part of it was excellent. Then you just pull up a little bit further, and there's a lady there with one of those portable credit card machines. They took all the major credit cards, and we paid her, and then we parked. Back to the videos. So we parked our car from the time we entered the parking lot till we parked our car. It was about 25 minutes. We're going over to get on in the line. So I'll tell you how long it takes all told. The process was easy. It just was busy. I think this is a weird parking lot, a weird parking experience, because I think a lot of people drive to Norfolk. It's not like Miami, where probably the most people fly in. Norfolk, I think you're going to find Maryland, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina people. Okay. So, and then here's the line. So the line is pretty long, and it's hot out here. The buses are big though. Hopefully once the buses get ready to load, we'll go fast. There's some big buses, but we're moving awful slow. I'll give you a final count on the time, but I think it's going to be close to 45 minutes to get to the bus from time we arrived at the parking lot to the bus, but we'll see. Okay, so we're finally here at the port. Hour and a half from pulling into the parking to getting off the bus. A little much. More about that later. Okay, so we're standing in line for the elevator. We have a bag that's kind of broken somehow. And so we're waiting for the elevator, but there are stairs. It looks like it's a good 2 flights, you think, Bri? 2 flights up. It's about 86. Probably even if we didn't have a bag that was broke, I would go for this. And there it is, the magic. And we're going into the port building. It is hot out here, guys, today. I'll have to turn that off in a minute. This guy will probably make me, so here we go. Okay, so we're in the port building, and it is a long line. The good news is they said they didn't have to worry about your time just to go in, so we had 2, and we'll probably be on a little before 2. This is the line for fully vaccinated. That is the line for not fully vaccinated. So, there we go. And it's a pretty long line. So, I don't know if I said this already, hour and a half from parking. Hello! From parking to drop off. And now we have a line that's pretty long. So we're almost to the end. We got through all of that. And now we're waiting in line to go through security, which still there's probably 75 people in front of us. Okay. Now we finally got some seats, but there's no sitting because we're moving. Got through security, and there is a little lounge area, but we're ready to board, so just going through. More lines. More lines. More lines. Norfolk Cruise Port. A mess. A mess. A mess. So we went through the x-ray machines or whatever, and now we're in this line to check in. And you can see it's 3 lines deep. It is a mess. We do have these chairs here, but since it's so late, there's no reason to sit down because they're letting everybody on. And it is before my check-in time, so I guess I should be thankful for that. But this port really, I don't know if it'll get better or not. Okay, so that's 109. So we spent 40 minutes in the lines to get through all of that. And we're gonna bypass these people because we're not doing this.
Hello.
Hello.
Back into the lines, I knew it.
Oh, back in. Say hello. Oh, over here. Hello. There we go.
Mary William?
Yep, that's us. Thank you. Hello.
Hey, have a great trip.
All right. We're on the gangway. Woohoo! We're cruising. You want to get in front of me? Okay, he doesn't want to be on. We